My boy Hot right here. Don't sleep. Don't sleep.
We are back here once again, College Park, Maryland, posted right up outside of Billboy Art House. Stephen X The Truth, once again reporting live on behalf of Open Gym USA. Shout out to Father Nature. Before we get this shit started, happy birthday, second birthday to Baby Nature, born on the night of the Open Gym, as a matter of fact. So he is a part of the branding, real shit. Also want to take a real quick moment to shout out the Santa Claus program, founded by Better Mo Better, out of PG County. Just came from an event for that. Go ahead and support that. It's a really good cause, doing things, non-profits and everything like that. Get my shit out the way. And today we got another artist here. Just had a chance to see him perform. Has a very different vibe, very free with his creativity. So we just want to go ahead. Why don't you go ahead and tell people who you are real quick, bro?
How you guys doing? My name is Sully Son, aka Samuel Southern Dura, and I'm here representing Open Gym.
Open Gym. So where you from, bro? You from the city or?
I'm from Maryland, Fort Washington, Maryland.
Fort Washington.
PG County.
PG County in the building. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So we're going to go ahead on, man. We're going to get into these things. So before we get started, this is something that I like to ask from time to time, because artists, their name is very important to who they're seen as, and just the overall vibe or message that comes across in their music. So is there any significant reason why you chose to have that name that you have?
The reason why I have that name, Sully Son, right now is because I'm not trying to be a generic rapper that be calling themselves Little whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because they take that name from Lil Wayne, they take that name from a whole bunch of other little rappers back then in the early 2000s. So I wanted my name to be original, Sully Son, since my last name is Sullivan.
Word.
Sully and son, because I'm the son of the living God that puts life in me.
I like that. So it's like your name is a call to let people know that you're not like what these other people are, where you're just doing it because everybody else has the same type of name, and ultimately when they have the same type of name, they have a sound or a vibe that's like everything is very similar to it, and there's no diversity between them. But you're saying that with your name, you're promoting a sense of diversity.
Right. And there's no free will with these artists that be talking about, you know, how much they get in dough, how much dope they be selling, and all that other crap that don't even mean nothing in reality, because that could get you in trouble.
That's real. Look at 6ix9ine. That's real shit. Nah, man, that's a real time example, and I love how you take time to let people know that even if you are on the microphone, everybody thinks that if you're on a microphone, you have to limit yourself to just being that type of nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When it's better to be yourself and to promote that, because then at that point, everybody else feels comfortable doing it. So, talking a little bit about that is a perfect segue into our first real question that we have on the docket. Who do you make your music for? And I think just from hearing it, how you just explained where your name comes from and origin, I have an idea of who it's for. But go ahead and break down for us real quick. Who do you do your music for? So
I make my music for people that wants to come out of the gutter, get their minds out of the gutter, out of that small space, out of that box, so that they can think free will of themselves. I want people who are originals. I want people who are leaders and not followers, because there are so many people who are followers in this day and age, in this day of society. So I make music for people who wants to be original out of each generic crowd.
Like that. So it's not about it's continuing with the trend of what we've been talking about, where you're not looking to be sounding like what everybody else sounds like on a trending topic. You want to be not necessarily your own trending topic, but you just want to show something that's authentic to you, and you want other people to feel empowered and comfortable enough to actually go out and do that themselves, right?
Yeah. Expose their own characteristics without copying off of somebody else's, you know, mojo.
So I'm loving how your shit is centered around not being nobody else's person, but focusing on being your own man and having that be what drives your artistry. I think especially right now where you got so many people who are just doing it for the sake of like filling in a gimmick just to get some money or some shit. I think more of what you're doing has to be promoted and pushed. So I really do appreciate you for sticking to it like that. So we want to go ahead and get to the next question. You said that you're doing it for people so that way they can feel like they can be themselves. When you're on stage and you're performing, like I said, I got a chance to see you perform a little earlier, and it was definitely something different because of your style, your voice, your cadence, and your flow with it. Just on top of that, the content as well too is not something that you want to hear every day. What would you say is a trait or a characteristic that you have when you're on stage that separates Sully Son from the rest of the niggas who might be on the same set as you, the same ticket as you, where they kind of have a similar vibe, but you want to separate yourself and show yourself to be different? What traits do you say that you have that makes you stand out from everyone else?
Traits I have, I'm depressed. I have depression. I have ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, 2 disabilities, speech, one speech, and learning. I'm separating myself from all the other people claiming them that they pop pills and all that kind of all that.
So
stuff
you
that don't
actually
even really
suffer
matter.
from some of the real issues that come from you actually needing to use those things. That's what you're saying. Word. Okay, I like that though. You turn in what might be seen as a handicap or a hindrance into something that actually pushes your shit forward. That's smooth. I like that.
And I want to add something to it too. I'm a victim of bullying back then. People bullied me a lot back then, and I'm trying to expose as much as my soft masculine as I can out here. I'm not trying to be all hard, big and bad, and all that kind of stuff. Go to people's faces saying I'm gonna take your girl and all that kind of stuff. That's immature. We need to be, we need to be originals. We need to be extraordinary human beings in this world that we live in today. Because if we're not, then we're gonna kill our own selves because of our same type of thinking. And we need more people like me. I'm not trying to brag about myself. I'm not trying to show that kind of pride of myself to all of you. It's just that I want all of you guys to succeed the best of your capabilities as human beings and tell your testimony to the world.
The real one, not just the shit that looks good for social media and shit, right?
Yeah, because social media.
I like this dude. I'm fucking with this shit.
Look, because let me tell you something. Social media, it could get into each and every one of our brains. I mean, it be getting into my brain because I be so obsessed about other people's likes, other people's views, all that other, excuse my language, all that other bullshit that don't even matter.
Truth, bro.
All that bullshit that don't even matter. It just eats teenagers' brains out. It just eats all of our teenagers' brains out because we can't even think straight. Because that's how we get into depression. That's how we get to suicidal effects. That's how we get into cyberbullying, all that shit. Because people trying to fit in too much, and we don't. That's unnecessary. And we just need to, like our parents said, cut down social media so we could be more world leaders like Martin Luther King Jr., like Malcolm X, like Tupac Shakur, and like Barack Obama, all the leaders that you can think of, like Albert Einstein. I could.
Nah, bro. I like how you touching on the fact that we put a strain on ourselves trying to wear this mask and trying to keep up this facade where everybody thinks that because it's in a popular space of where you viewing shit, you have to follow whatever it is that it says in order to be a successful person or in order to feel like a person that's worth something. Feel me? Like I hear a lot of what you're saying is fuck what everybody else is saying, establish your own value and live your truth based off of that shit, bro. And I think, like I said, how old are you?
21.
Shit. There's a lot of young people that could really benefit from you saying it because you coming from the exact same place that they coming from. Like me, being a half step above 25 and 26, like there's a certain disconnect that I see between most of the dudes who was born in my time, like 1992, and before that, versus like 1994, and then after that talked about the idea of soft masculinity versus being like super hard body with your shit. Like I can say that me and my peoples was raised to be more towards the hard body shit. We kind of got ideas to say that it's okay to not necessarily be super hard and like you said, kind of like softening up to be your true self. But I think one thing that is different between our generations is like y'all feel more free and less judgmental about actually doing that shit, because it's like there's still like a hesitance that we might have because we viewed as pussy by the niggas who raised us. But shit, for y'all, like y'all don't give a shit about that. And I think that there needs to be more freedom in that sense, because that's what's going to help us to break down some of the things that help to perpetuate the illnesses that you was talking about. Because it's all about breaking that shit down and having people feel comfortable with who they are as people, bro. And I love that you're talking about this shit, man, especially at such a young age. So this actually segues really, really well into the third question. We've been handling shit real proper. We only got a few more questions after this, so I just want you to stay with me and keep giving me this awesome energy that you got. So, hearing you talk, I'm very interested to hear this answer, because every person's answer since we started doing this shit a couple of months ago, their answer has been different, but it's been true to who they are as people that I've learned them to be throughout this whole exchange. So, you got your idea of success, and everybody has their own idea of what it means, and hearing you talk, you have a very unique perspective on what it means for you to reach that sense of fulfillment. So for you as Sully's son, the independent artist, what is your idea of success, and where do you see your music and your creativity ultimately taking you in the future?
My idea of success is hard work. You always gotta put into hard work into it. And success, it don't come easy. It takes, not overnight, it could take a year, it could take 2 years, it could take 3 years. My idea of success is that you gotta push your whole body and your whole soul towards this format.
Word.
So you can get this done right into that software.
Okay, so I don't mean to cut you off. So the question I have from you saying that the hard work equals success, where do you want that to take you? So it's like your destination. Where do you see that taking you over? Like you said, you keep working at it with the same effort, and you're improving upon it year after year. And then it's like you come into events like this, and you see yourself getting better. Do you want to continue to perform? Do you see yourself mentoring other people? That's what that like, because I see with you, you have a lot of insight that I feel like it can be passed on to other people. So I want to know, like, do you have any plans? Like, what are your plans to like make something of your creativity?
My plans is to mentor people who are in special education.
Okay.
People who are in special education, I want them to know as much as wisdom from me as possible. That's my main target audience anyway, the special education group. If I could get to them, if I could spark a brain into their system, then anything is possible from here out. And plus, special education, that I've been taking special education classes my whole entire life, my whole entire school life. And I want to create a globe. I'm a big picture thing. I want to create a huge globe. I want to set this world on fire. I want to set this world on fire. I want people to know who all the real leaders are. I don't want people to know who all the prideful ones are, because the prideful ones, they the ones that are making that big money right there. They don't care about us. They really don't care about us. And because of that, because we're paying attention to what they doing out there in the popularity, it gets us all screwed up in the head.
Facts.
We can't rely on them. We can't not rely on them, because we're gonna feed them more attention. We're gonna feed them more credibility. Plus, we need to work on ourselves. I see myself mentoring kids. I love kids. I really love kids with a passion.
I fucks with that, bro, because you taking the position where I already see what you're going to do for them when you get to that point. You lead by example, right?
Right.
So you're showing them it's like, I had the same type of issues that you had when I was your age, but I'm at this point now where I'm giving you this game, letting you know that you can be better than what they try and label you as. So I was like, yo, keep doing what you're doing, bro. Some real shit. Like after this interview, we always open gym. We always encourage people to just continue to build upon whatever their craft is, and encourage them to follow whatever path it is that kind of like the energy tells them to go. And with you having all those aspirations in mind, I want you to keep that same vision and keep that same goal and focus for yourself, because there's a lot of people who can benefit from the shit that you're talking right now. And we're not just and I'm not just talking about at this point your music, because you seem like somebody, your music is only a small part of the good shit that you have to offer. So I want you to, like I said, I'm challenging you after this shit is done to continue with that and continue with those efforts and to continue with that work, because I feel like you can really make a real positive and tremendous impact on people with the way that you have your intentions lined up, bro. Because it's definitely a deficit of that shit right now, man. So we talked a little bit about how you do shit for the people the special needs people. You see yourself as somebody who's uplifting the people to be themselves and to explore self-awareness on a different level. I'm loving when I'm hearing from that, because that's a lot of shit that I identify with myself in my artistry. So again, everybody's answers for these things are different, so I want you to give your own spin on who your influences are. We talked about this a little earlier, so go a little bit deeper on who your influences are as far as your creativity goes.
Tupac, Eminem, and XXXTentacion, late XXXTentacion.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
For those three, those are really strong-minded individuals who, and again, I see a lot of that in you where it's like, it's not about what the next nigga's doing or what the whole crowd is doing. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm here to get my message off, and my message is not like anybody else's. So why do you look to those people as your influences?
He had me writing songs since I was 16. I still listen to Pac right now. He be keeping me moving when it comes to freestyles in my head, a bunch of random lines in my head. And Eminem, he helped me to stand out from the crowd, because Eminem, he got bullied too back at school.
Yes, he did.
And
talked about that a lot in his early
he spat on everybody's faces too right now. On everybody's faces right now, because he truly is the best. And don't ever push someone that has that kind of power in them, because that's going to hunt you back down. And I watch 8 Mile.
Classic.
I love 8 Mile.
Classic shit.
Yeah. I love how Eminem be rap battling a whole bunch of people in that movie. And I could benefit from Eminem, because I can see myself come up with a whole bunch of wicked rhymes and a whole bunch of wicked tricks with my music, with a whole lot of metaphors. So I'm really inspired by Eminem and Pac, and I'm inspired by XXXTentacion, because I've been what he's been through from before and right now. Because I'm still depressed. I have this depression which is heavy inside of me, and I just want to get it all out on stage, like I did tonight with The Distance. And I be having a whole lot of suicide thoughts, and I be having a whole lot of insecure thoughts, but that's what music does for me, just push me forward. I love his album 17, I love his album Question Mark. He's a big inspiration. I wish he was still alive right now, so that me and him could have one-on-one talk.
But I think it's important that especially when you're talking about people like X, Tupac, where they've already passed and they've transitioned to places that we aren't. For us who are still here, it's important for us, if these are the people that we look up to, that we want to emulate, that we carry their energy, we carry their message through our own shit as much as possible. And when you mention somebody like X, I didn't follow him a lot when he was living, truthfully, But when I went back and then read more about him and then hearing a lot about how you're talking right now, I do see how somebody like that could be an influence for you, because he was very open about talking about his mental state and not letting that be something that, even if he was feeling depressed, he used the music as an outlet for his shit. And I think the one thing that people who have those mental issues need to realize more is the only way that you can really overcome the issues that you have within yourself is if you're willing to create that outlet, if you're willing to be vulnerable and let people know that you're dealing with these things. Because if you don't speak out about that shit, nobody can ever really know how to help you, you know? And it's like, I think that more people should feel comfortable and empowered to actually talk about the way that you are. And that's why I said I really want artists like you to continue to do your work, so that way more people can actually come out and speak on it more, and we wouldn't have so many of the issues that are currently bothering us right now in our society, bro. Like, I love how you've been talking about not just the shallow, superficial shit that most people might want to get from this music. It's about you really telling your own experience and then making it something that other people can relate to. You feel me? Like, it's not about, oh, I want to be like this person, I want to be like this person. No, my name is Sully Son. This is what the fuck I do. That's what I get when I hear you talking and when I hear you give me this game, bro. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna wrap this shit up before we get out of here. Is there any projects, anything that you have out currently that you want people to be aware of right now?
I want you guys to look for Unlimited Avatar. It's available on all music streams. I have a customized show on right now. It's not
shit.
Yeah, it's not the real actual picture of the mixtape. The picture of the mixtape is yellow, purple, a little purple on the rhythm, and orange, a little bit of orange.
Oh shit.
It's available on all music streams. Unlimited Avatar. I'm gonna say it again. Unlimited Avatar is available on iTunes, available on Apple, available on Play Store, YouTube, all music streams. And I want you to look out for well bangers and look out for Bars, Draw, Scars. Bars, Draw, Scars. Both of them are EPs. They're available on SoundCloud right now. They will be soon available on all music streams in the future. And my next EP is coming out soon, called King, Director and Journalist. That's coming out real soon. Keep a lookout for that.
Oh shit, yo.
And I'm gonna give you my social media names too.
Hey, no, I was about to say, go ahead, get your shit off, bro.
Social media names. My Instagram name is Sully 0_9. Again, it is Sully 0_9. And my SoundCloud is Sully Son.
Beautiful, bruh. Hey, I want to thank you for coming out, because one thing that I think is different from your shit versus everyone else's interview that I've done so far since we've been doing this, you touched a lot on your own state of mental being in a way where you're unafraid to let people know about your issues. And mental health is something that I try to get people to be aware of in their own time. But I love how you just talk about it so freely and with so much confidence, to where other people can go explore it themselves, man. So thank you so much for coming out, bro.
No problem.
Appreciate you, man. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you do in the future, because I think you got a lot of potential to do some really dope shit, man. So thank you, bro. Once again, Steven X the Truth. Easy all day on the camera. Happy birthday one more again to the homie Baby Nation. Happy birthday one time. Reporting live from Milk Boy Art House. This is Open Gym USA, and we are good. Hey ladies, how y'all doing?